much time on that because, okay, let's go through now. Thank you for logging in. Okay, let's go to Hao Rui one. I want the other two, Hao Rui and Xing Chen, to give comments on this particular homework that Hao Rui is doing. Okay, and I find that this is the one I used to do with my student in Kuochuan. Oh, I leave out my secret. Okay, in my school. Okay, so this is the homework that I used to do with my ex-student in my previous school, something like that, like a case study. Okay, now this assessment is about a poster created in oppositions to Hitler rule, and a reliability answer returns in relations to the poster you created, and the reflections about your experience learning about Hitler rule. Okay, so this is a reflection, 3 marks. So few, okay, never mind. Let's go through. You are to create a poster in opposition to Hitler's rule. You may use any relevant digital media, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this one I skip. Okay, your Xing Chen and Yi Chen, kindly speed reading. Okay, this part here, speed reading. Okay, done already. Now let's move to step 1, which Harry has done. I find it pretty interesting from the poster. As a youth opposed to Hitler's leadership, you are part of the White Rose group. There's such a group during the World War II, the White Rose. Okay, this is how they spell in German. Okay, well done. How you've done your homework very well. Was a non-violent group, intellectual resistance group in the Third Reich, led by the group of students. Usually, the medical students is a brother and sister. That's the last time I remember. I may be wrong. It's a brother and sister. The sister got killed, or the brother survived through this. And the group conducted an enormous leaflets and graffitis campaigns. So these are giving out the brochures, campaign for active opposition to Nazi regime. You may watch the video, blah, blah. Okay, this one skip. You have been tasked to create one such poster in opposition. So how Ray become the White Rose group? Okay, how Ray becomes a German a German citizen against our dear friend Hitler. That's very interesting. Okay, so what is the content of this poster? What is the prevailing historical event? You might want to make reference to what is the date of the poster. You put 1942, which is a way far-fetched. Okay, I wouldn't say it's wrong, too far-fetched away from the 1933, because this one mentioned 1933, right? Did he mention 1933? Because of I think I remember I read somewhere. Anyway, it's okay. What are the important elements in your poster that will help to bring? So this poster is, okay, slogans, caricatures, and then this is source A. Okay, you put there a poster, okay? A poster in opposition of Hitler's rule made by the youth of the White Rose Group in 1942. How rare? 这个是你自己做的吗? Can you unmute? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Right. I like the Greek colors word, like, very interesting, no, seriously. Okay, but this one, if you can change to another color would be better. Okay, and then with some support of maybe you can, I don't know, maybe change some of the flag or with the fist, iron fist, which will be good. But since you've done it, it's okay. That's my suggestions. Okay, and then this part here, this one is very good. This part is very good. This one a bit smaller, my dear. I think you should make it a bit bigger to show, because I can't really tell from unless I zoom in. I can't really tell this from the Germans. Okay, maybe you can put behind a German flag or something like that to show. Okay, that's my advice. But I like this too. Okay, I like this too. Very, very straightforward. But I find this color, the orange color, correct me if I'm wrong, this sounds like orange color. Maybe you can put some other color than this one. I'm not sure. Okay, because I want the contrast of this. Okay, that's my opinion. I like this one. This really shows Hitler sign. So foolish Germans actually believe I would change their life for the better. Their suffering and the death means nothing to me. I will not hesitate to execute anyone who dares to stand by my way. Okay, that's very true. So this is a poster that is propaganda to show that whoever, write down, whoever oppose, go against will have calamity. C-A-L-A-M-I-T-Y. Will have calamity. At the same time, you will create havoc. Will create crisis to you. You jointly well better listen to me and pay attention and better support my Third Reich, the Nazis empire. If not, your fate, F-A-T-E, will become like this man, like this. I will find it is a very vivid, very kind of very real example to show that It's an immediate death. Okay, I'm sorry, in 1942. Okay, so it's already true. Oh, okay, that means I was not right of the years. If that's the case in 1942, my dear, so it means that they have been went through a secret. In fact, before 1942, this group of people already formed these groups, getting to start as an underground secret society like that, a secret missions already to want to wreak havoc or sabotage Nazis. So that means internally, Germany's at that time also fighting with their internal warfare against this group of people. But not forgetting that this group of people are non-violence. But because of that, they are using the non-violence campaign to win the trust of the citizens, not to forge for the Germans Chancellor Hitler. Okay, so reliability answer. Now that you have created poster, the tones, cross-reference, tone providence, motive versus going against one interest or purpose. Now, how Ray, will you be kind enough to read? So at the same time, every paragraph I will give you my suggestion. Okay, ready? Xing Chen and Yi Chen, this is very close to your coming exam. So I will expect the two of you to give some comments to Harry so he can score 15 upon 15 for this WA, okay? So please kindly also help you to understand the passage, the German better, and also allow you to do your SEQ better by end of this year, okay? So after I finish, when I explain already, Yi Chen will start first, Xing Chen will be last, okay? Thank you so much. Let's go, Harry.
Source A is unreliable of German views towards Hitler's rule as it has a purpose. From source A, I can infer that Germans suffered and lived in fear under Hitler's rule. In source A, it shows a speech bubble that was made by Hitler which says, "Foolish Germans actually believed I would change their lives for the better. Their suffering and death means nothing to me. I will not hesitate to execute anyone who dares stand in my way." Apart from that, there is also a picture which shows a German which was going to be executed by hanging by the Nazi. This suggests that majority of the Germans were constantly living in fear and their lives were not being improved for the better as Hitler neglected them. And those who tried to oppose Hitler's rule or voice out their opinions will be killed or captured by the Nazi.
You realize I will do my minimum to change your whole entire essay, okay? From now, when you say I'm going to change, that you hopefully up to you. Okay, this is your WA. I don't want to get affected. I leave it to you whether you want to change. Apart from that, there is also a feature. Can you change apart from that? This can be further supported by, okay? Because they are asking you for cross-reference. 明白吗？宝贝？All right, got it. So apart from nothing wrong, nothing wrong. So now I'm using this. So Harry, did you on your computer with this one? Are you with this one? Can you open up this file so that you can amend, make changes immediately if you want to, 可以吗? Have you opened already?
Haven't yet. I open.
You open. So instead of apart from, you can say this can be further supported by cross-referencing, or this can be supported by that. There is a picture that depletes or shows that, okay, that's what it means, was going to be executed. Task, you have to use the word task. Okay, this suggests that majority of the German was, so instead you can type the word task here. Okay, task or therefore task. This clearly shows that the majority of the Germans were constantly living in fear and their life was not being improved at all. So to emphasize it at all, okay, here. Oops, okay, what happened? Okay, at all. Okay, for the better as Hitler neglected them. Instead of putting them, my dear friend, sir, instead of neglected them, neglected the Germans. Don't put them, and those who try to oppose Hitler's rule. Instead of try, can you cancel the word try? And those who wanted instead of try, that means they are very desperate. 他死死都一定要给 Hitler 下台，他死死都一定要给 Hitler 完蛋。So try, that means there is no chance to do at all. So you can say, and those who wanted to oppose Hitler's rules and to voice out their opinions. of dissatisfaction will be killed or captured by the Nazis. Okay, thank you so much. Ethan, any comments on this paragraph? How can you
I feel
improve?
like since this is a purpose paragraph, you should state the impact on the audience.
Oh, that means you have to bring in the audience. Why?
And also like the impact on the speaker, cause on like why he would say it, what benefit will it bring him?
Okay, take note now, Howray. Ken? All right, thank you. Actually, I don't disagree with you, Ethan, because I would prefer to do the next one for that. Okay, nothing wrong. This is discussion. Okay, thank you. Xing Chen, what do you think about this paragraph? What is the comment? Do you think it's good enough, or do you think you should add something else?
Can't really think of anything to add.
Like last week, you say give you some time. Then when it came out the answer, it was quite good. Remember last week, the history lesson? Okay, you say don't know, then suddenly you give me a very good answer. I can't remember what you say, but it was very good. I hope you can give some comments. Come back to this. So, Ethan, for what you're doing, you are talking about straight away to the purpose already. Okay, the purpose, the motive. That's what you meant. But I don't say I disagree. I will not do that. Okay, I will not do that. I will do it in this one here. Later. Okay. So, Xing Chen, please comments, anything here? It's okay.
I have something about the poster. Like, I think back then they wouldn't have the method. They don't have like printers or anything, so they can't actually make images. Like they had printers, but they weren't able to make images or anything like that.
Oh,
so just
okay.
I think just words.
Okay. They will not have printer to print this picture here, right? Of the photograph, right? Maybe that means instead of this, so the teacher is correct lah, using caricature. Correct or not? Using caricature, would you like slogan, caption, and person instead of the real picture here? Okay, Howray. I didn't think of that. Wow, this crazy guy think of printer. Yeah. He used Fuji Xerox printer, Xing Chen. He used Fuji Xerox printer. Get a joke now, Xing Chen. Why are you so serious? Okay, yeah, he's right to say that. I think this picture okay. This one okay. This one okay. But this one not okay. So maybe you can find a caricature picture to replace if the teachers are very particular with that. So this is a good argument from Xing Chen. Well done. Oh, you go to the details. Oh, you damn crazy, man, but I like it. Well done. It's Ethan. You agree? 我都没有想到他用哪一个 printer 嘞。那时候多数都是用画的嘛。So if you use a picture to capture, these are all propaganda pictures. Only the Nazi peoples will have the information of this photograph. I don't think those White Rose group can have this chance to get this photograph. May not, because these are all executed maybe in the camp or whatever it is. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, fair enough. Howray, next paragraph.
However, Source A seeks to convince Germans that under Hitler's rule, many of them were suffering so that they would be convinced that Hitler was not an ideal leader and stand up to go against him. As mentioned above, the poster indicates Germans were suffering and lived in fear under Hitler's rule. By viewing this poster...
Stop. You saw the two tick and tick. The poster, Germans were suffering and lived in fear, which I agree. But you keep repeating the before and after, so you have to change after that. Okay, carry on.
By viewing this poster made by the opposition group, it would convince the Germans that indeed under Hitler's rule, many people were discontented and neglected or killed, as Hitler did not care about their well-being. Seeing how ruthless and double-faced Hitler was, many Germans would be convinced to go against him and not follow his rule.
Stop there. You say I put a tick. Where is your evidence? Later you see. Carry on. This poster.
This poster was probably published to make Hitler lose support. and have more people opposing Hitler since it was created by the White Rose, which was an anti-Nazi group. Even though there were some Germans who opposed Hitler's rule, there were many more who supported him. Hence,
Stop. Ethan, this is the part I will put in my purpose from here. Okay? This is the part I will put in my purpose and motive. Hey, hello, excuse me. Why Hitler very good? What's wrong? What's wrong with not support? No, Hitler has done a lot of bad things. Besides the hanging of people, he also torture people. You have forced people. You kill those gypsy. He kills those special needs people. Okay, he killed the innocent life and he destroyed communism. All these things. How? That is where the purpose comes in. You see, when you say more people opposing Hitler since it was created by White Rose, this right? Then the purpose of doing that, Ethan, is to tell the whole entire nation, hey, I think it's about time to stop it. After the 3 years, worthwhile to fight for him, eh? Huh? You see, you're killing all the Jews and all this. Yeah, true enough. Hitler has brought in job and brought in the economy's values to Germany. True enough that Hitler has bring us out of recession or depressions. But then again, hey, 请问你, is it really a good price to pay for it now? For sacrificing our children like that for him? Do you think it's worth it to do all these things? Using violence against violence right now? Using violence against violence? Is it worth it or not? So I will insert here it's a wake-up call to tell the German enough. Don't believe? Let's read on. Even though
there were some Germans who opposed Hitler's rule, there were many more who supported him. Hence, the youths of the White Rose group used such posters to stir up feelings of hatred and discontent in the Germans, so they will oppose Hitler and thus no longer support him. Hence, as source A has a purpose, it is thus unreliable, and as it is rather limited in its portrayal of German views towards Hitler's rule, given that it was designed to make Hitler lose support.
Okay, Hitler's rule. See, what happened, it means that here, this is where I find that it's important to insert the purpose here because there are still other groups who support Hitler. But because of the White Rose alone, that group is definitely not enough, Ethan, to have a voice to oppose Hitler. So 他就是用那个借那个力okay, to borrow the strength from others and maybe use all the bad things to show. So this White Rose want to stir other parties who are supporting Hitler to also maybe change their mind, join White Rose, or maybe form another party to anti-Hitler, or maybe internal to 混乱你懂意思吗？ It's a 混乱. And we all know, right, children? We all know Hitler's got a group of general, 对吗？ Ethan? 他也是不喜欢，对吗？星辰 correct 了 There's a group of general also don't like him 对不对？ Maybe because of that, 记得吗？他差一点死掉，对吗？ He nearly died in a meeting, right? 星辰 you know, right? He went to a meeting, then somebody planted a bomb, then the whole bomb exploded, but because of this OAK, the oak tree table was so strong, that when the blast go through the table, actually protect him from being instead of killing him. So yes, so I would insert this purpose to stir. Just like for example, Ethan, 你在学校很出名，可能你要做counselor, president counselor. So you want to garner votes, go around and campaign. Then got some group of people don't like you. So he want to stir, hey, you sure not? Xingchen, Ray, you really want to vote for Ethan, man? Better don't vote for somebody else. He cannot do it one, he cannot do the job one. So this is where there's this paper. 你看, you see that day, Ethan pretend to help an old lady in the market, but actually not true. He pays someone to do the job. Something like that. Okay, Ethan, you're not like that. I'm just giving an example. So that is where I find that this part, the purpose come in better. Don't come in too early. Okay, too early already because you lack your bullet to shoot at the person. So you are the enforced. So nothing wrong. It depends how you see it. Okay. Any question from this paragraph, Ethan? Wait, how Ray? You understand so far what I'm saying for this paragraph, how Ray?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, back to you, Ethan.
Nothing.
Nothing. Say something. Cannot nothing one. Must say something. Xingchen also, don't say nothing. Come. What is a comment for this paragraph? Anything to add on or to delete or enhance? It's okay. At the end of the day, we give our 2 cents worth of thoughts to Hao Rui. Whether he want to add in or not, I leave it to him. That's my style. No force on. You know, no must die must take my advice. No. So Ethan.
Give me a second. Can
Sure.
you let the others go first?
Yes, sir. Xingchen.
Haven't thought of anything yet.
Okay, let's think.
Maybe like
Let's think.
Maybe like he can add in something about how the other party can gain by making Hitler like lose popularity.
Thank you. Write down. 哎呀，你看没有you give me an idea.
Because for school, right, our teacher teaches us that they have to say impact on audience and impact on the speaker.
Yes. 你就好像在法律你不只是要跟那个法官大人 to impact on the 法官大人你也要有 impact 那个 opposition 的 lawyer 对不对？所以他可以输到心服口服。Okay, garner support and I'm looking for the word just now 有讲一半我差点忘记，对不起。You see, thank you for how Ethan. Okay, garner support and rally. Yes, you know it's rally, right? Go behind you. 加油，奕晨！我们要投奕晨一票。奕晨是我们的 MP， 加油！something rally. OK， 奕晨你做了 Prime Minister 不要忘记我OK， 有那个打杂的工作记得叫我不要这样我 subcontract 给别人做，你不要这样啦。行情很坏嘞，现在我要养几个老婆的嘞，不要这样哎呀，真是你要一日为师，终身为父吗？不要这样啦，奕晨，给面子星辰All right. Okay, thank you, Ethan. To garner support and rally. Okay. Is this thing recorded? Did I record?
Yes. So your wife very sad.
Huh? My wife very sad? Is it? Did you say my wife very sad? Ethan? Did you say my wife very sad, Ethan? Yes, because I got few wives. Then you see my third wife is here. Come, I show you. My third wife is Oppo. This is Miss Madam Oppo. 我的第3个老婆。我第2个老婆就是我的屋子。我第4个老婆就是我的 Lenovo。我第5个老婆就是我的车。我第6个老婆就是我的 Lenovo Tab。你看 ，next time you go army, your officer will say, 奕晨 you must take your rifle like your wife. Okay, Xingchen, what is your answer for this paragraph, please?
Only thing I can think of is the task in the last sentence isn't very necessary.
Okay, why?
It is unreliable, works fine.
Just put that is task unreliable, that's all. No need to put that as is rather limited in portray, is it?
No, the task is unnecessary.
So hence source A has a purpose, it is unreliable. As it is, okay, cancel the task lah. Okay, thank you, sir. You heard that, Hao Rui? Okay, let's move on. This one you change your grammar. Thank you, Xingchen. Okay, let's look at the reflections on Hitler. After this, you have to submit a reflection about Hitler's rule. Now, I want the two of you, Ethan and Xingchen, no excuse, also reflect on this. My reflection of this, your reflection must be at least 80 words in length. Just like summary in the English paper 2 summary. After that, you have to submit a reflection about Hitler's rule. Would you want to support a leader like Hitler? Why or why not? What are your thoughts on his leaderships? Having studied his rule for the last month, your reflection must be at least 80 words in length. Since I'm given 80 words, I will have to say a yes and a no, and then finally I will conclude that I will say yes. I will say yes. Okay, let's read on. This is definitely more than 80 words. Correct or not? See, all right. Am I right to say this is definitely more than 80 words?
Yeah.
Okay, I highlight. I can tell you a highlight here. And it's 485 words. Okay, but it's a good one. I like the way your attitude. Okay, meaning that you have anything, but you see, you do not have paragraphing. Okay, let's go. Hooray. It's your work. Let's go. Hey, I want you all the Yi-Chen and Xing-Chen to listen. It's a very interesting piece of work. Okay, what is your reflection? Let's go. Hooray.
I would support a leader like Hitler, as his policies brought about many benefits to Germany, be it economically or socially, which improved the country as a whole. First of all, he tackled a major problem Germany was facing at that time, which was severe unemployment of over 5 million people. He implemented the Re-employment Act to create work for everyone. Hitler initiated a public works program building infrastructure such as roads, motorways, and public buildings. This policy not only helped to reduce unemployment massively and boost Germany's economy, at the same time also providing infrastructure and facilities for the public, which made German standards of living even higher. Hence, this shows Hitler's capabilities as a leader, as his policy implemented solved one of Germany's gravest problems that has been around for many years, even before Hitler came to power.
Thank you. Stop. So with this paragraph, I would say, yes, it is convinced, based on my general knowledge and contextual knowledge, that is true, that Hitler went all the way and in fact have the full majority support to garner support and rally behind him, because ultimately he went to war in 1939. He even made sure that Germany not only on the top of the list, but he also made Germany become strong and out of the TOV, the Treaty of Versailles, and out of League of Nations, and out of the woods of darkness. He brought Germany to a next higher level, which no doubt that makes Germany so strong and afraid of. As you can see from his military might, as you can see from his military control, as you can see his military expansionist policy. So all these, that it is true that why, if nobody is going to support Germany, then there is no Hitler to study with. So it's not wrong that you support Hitler. But the thing is, you must be very careful. If you want to support him, you must convince the marker and the reader and the audience that all these points really make sense, that even though he's a very ruthless, cold-blooded, insane, sadist person who mass kills so many people, and yet he 还可以光明正大做那个 chancellor 是不容易的嘞。Yi-Chen, Xing-Chen and Hao-Rui, 你有听过秦始皇吗？ Xing-Chen, 有听过秦始皇吗？ Yi-Chen, 有没有听过？他是我的表哥来的，你知道吗？You're gonna laugh already. Uncle, you crazy. 我最近看了 TikTok 我相信如果没有秦始皇 ，Today China will be 四分五裂。Thanks to 秦始皇, he unite the whole China. Okay, imagine someone. You see, look at Europe. What he said is very true. Right? Look at Europe. If someone today were to unite Europe, oh my goodness, it's going to be super powerful. Agree not? Yi-Chen, right? Because 秦始皇统治中国他把6、7国统治成一国they have a common language, common currency, correct? Common policy, and then a lot of things that there is one country's unifications there. Imagine Europe, there's one unification. That means there's no Italian language, no German, no French, no other languages, just purely English. If Britain were to control the whole entire Europe, I tell you, there will be no such thing as USA maybe. So I find that what Qin Shi Huang did to unify China was a very good ideology that made China. If not today, 可能是辽宁是一个国家，海南岛是一个国家，深圳、北京、上海，真的是云南 correct 医生。So sometimes you look at it, yes, we all hate 秦始皇。你听过这句话吗？读书真辛苦，见师如见虎，只怪秦始皇。 少数少不亡。听过哦？ So is he doing the right thing or not? In order that he burned a lot of books, he killed a lot of scholars, things like that. Even 做那个兵马俑啊，跟那个连罗王打仗。All these, is it a bad things? No? Just like Hitler, he did a lot of bad things. But today, 秦始皇给光明正大 say, hey, hello, excuse me, I'm the first emperor of China. Who dare to say anything? True not? So just like Hitler, you see, he's a bad guy. So how Ray? What I really like the ideas. It's not wrong. Yeah, you don't care. You don't follow the crowd, how Ray? Or you be yourself. If you think it's support, you support. 不要怕。Okay, 就算你不要 support, 你跟你的朋友 follow the crowd, and then you get A1 sorry, 你不配做我的徒弟了。You must be freak. You must be yourself. 真的，你觉得对你就去做。And I really respect your answer. Okay, so that is the first part that really bring economy is a very important thing, Harry. Without economy, the whole 就是为什么每个人去投靠 Hitler， 就是 a hungry man is an angry man， 没有工作。Don't have the Maslow theory, the basic needs. So 鸡蛋糕我当然是 support 你啦。Just like Singapore, if the PAP is lousy, who will support? They will find the opposition party. At the end of the day, we need to bring food on the table, and Hitler managed to do that. So you are right. Okay, carry on the second. By right, my dear, the secondly, you should put the next paragraph. Okay? All right, let's go.
Secondly, Hitler supported the rise of big industrialists, which made Germany self-sufficient. The companies that were important to the Nazi government were subsidized, and some of these companies that produced important products such as oil, steel, coal, and explosives were given valuable government contacts to make these items. As a result, more companies settled down in Germany, and this helped Germany become more self-sufficient as they can produce more of their own goods. For example, Göring's 4-year plan helped Germany become more self-sufficient and powerful. To prepare Germany for war efforts, the state spent massive amounts of rearmament, which boosted the incomes of companies involved in the production of war materials. In return, these big companies made compulsory donations directly to the NSDAP, and these donations were then used to improve the country's infrastructure. Thus, these big industrialists thrived, and their production of important products contributed to the boost in the economy. At the same time, also making Germany a much more powerful nation that is self-sufficient compared to what she was before Hitler came to power.
Thank you. Well said. This reminds me of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. When Mr. Lee Kuan Yew's breakaway separated with Malaysia in 1965, of course we know, it's the 9th of August. Okay, this is a time where nobody would believe Singapore can make it because it's a swampy area, there's less than 2 million populations, about that size, most of them are uneducated, no proper infrastructures, just like Germany at that time. 就是可以用这个字吗？译成东山再起，白手起家嘞。我们的爷爷祖先啊，真的哇，真的是刻苦耐劳。It's really 真的 all the way they strive for it. So like Lee Kuan Yew like that, to be honest, not many people also like Lee Kuan Yew in the past. But after Lee Kuan Yew made a lot of beautiful contribution to Singapore, they realized, wow, you see, you can say Hitler ruled like an iron fist. Mr. Lee Kuan Yew at that time also ruled like an iron fist to get things done. Until today, Germany are so popular and so good in their Mercedes, BMW, Audi, or even in the German center in Jurong East, at MRT there. Okay, the German centers, the technology, the Pfizer or whatever. Okay, you should thanks to Hitler because of the 那个永垂不朽的精神. Okay, never say die and can do attitude. To make Germany today is so strong and powerful for these generations. So the same thing, Lee Kuan Yew at that time is similar like what you can say Hitler, okay? But it's not. But because of his iron fist, he ruled Singapore like that and make things work and make things done. Number one, you guys may not know because you are not here. Gangster is one of them. Gangsterism in Singapore is also similar to like Hong Kong like that. Okay? To be honest, it's When I was young, I nearly joined gangster. Okay, thank God lah. I did not go for tattoo. You know, when people gang fight, I ran away. So my student in my school, wow, Mr. Xiong, 你不讲义气的嘞，人家打架你跑掉。我说幸亏我跑掉，如果我没有跑掉，今天我是在江阴那边做工了。你懂哪里吗？一整江阴 prison 啊。
江阴 prison。
Correct 咯，对咯。So the good, the bad, the ugly, Uncle Raymond knows. OK， 还有一些朋友都是以前是 ex gangster， 还有 ex convict 也是有。Surprisingly, right? But they are my friends 嘛，每个人都有做错事嘛，对不对？回头是岸嘛，对吧？放下屠刀，立地成佛。It's nothing wrong. So this is what our dear Harry say is true. Industrialization is very important. First thing Singapore happened in Jurong was the Jurong JTC, Jurong factory. Lee Kuan Yew start to make the whole entire place in Jurong to become manufacturing. Bring foreigners to come in, bring investment come in. Until today, they are doing the same in SS, industrialization. Okay, it's very important. First is economic, yeah, you mentioned. Second is the industrialization you mentioned. Very true. Okay, without industrialization, that means you got no job leh. 不是完蛋等死啊，吃什么？吃树皮啊 ，eat the tree bark 啊 ，or eat the bricks. So it's not wrong. Okay, so Hitler is not wrong in the way because they are definitely sure. In see as long as you are a leader, Ethan, one day you become the CEO of the company. You bound to have people against you. Agree or not, Ethan? Yes, Ethan. Are you there? Ethan? Yeah. You sure got people against you, 哦？一定哦。你做得多好，一定会有人 jealous 的、妒忌的，一定会插你后面一刀的。知人知面不知心的。This is the real life. This is the real effect. So why we learn history for what? Is to balance your belief. Is to make sure that you have the win-win situation. So lastly, your turn.
Lastly, Hitler organized workers' leisure time and set up various schemes to help improve workers' living conditions. One such scheme was the Strength Through Joy set up by the DAF. Under this scheme, cheap theatre and cinema tickets were provided. Causes and cultural and sports events were also organized. This gave workers German workers leisure time to relax themselves while enjoying privileges given to them by the Nazi Party. Another DAF scheme was the Beauty of Labor, which was set up to improve working conditions for workers. Conditions in factories were improved. Washing facilities and low-cost canteens were set up for the workers. This showed that Hitler cared for the well-being of workers and set aside hefty sums of money to improve the workers' living conditions and subsidized their leisure activities so they could relax. Therefore, I would support a leader like Hitler as he put a lot of thought and effort into trying to transform Germany back to its former glory by improving her economy and social stability.
Well done. And now you got 3 points. One is economic, one is industrializations, and the last but not least is social welfare. That reminds me of Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. After the British out already, okay, all of us can't afford to buy a TV set, no? Okay, you know what happened? 你懂什么是联络所吗？星辰，你懂什么是联络所吗？不懂。浩瑞，你听过联络所吗 ？EC 啊，喂啦。一晨，你听过联络所吗？哇，你们鸡蛋糕住新加坡这么久，没有去过联络所的？啊，有时候阿大算了。哦，你们去什么 country club 啊？打 golf 的、啊？哎，接我嘞 ，I like golf 嘞。哎，你们打高尔夫球的？哇 ，high class businessman 啊，星辰、浩瑞、一晨，哇 ，high class 啊。Write down 啊，联络所是 community center 哈。就是那个 community center where you can play badminton, you can see newspaper, you can take out courses. 听过吗？一晨，听过吗？联络所 is community center where they have
民众俱乐部。
好像是这样讲嘞。我的年代是叫做联络所，现在是民众俱乐部哦，比较阿达一点。
I think that's what they call it. But
yeah, maybe correct. Sorry, so maybe not your fault, my fault. 你有去过吗？有没有？有哦。所以那边是不是有电视机看？有时，开电视机给那些老人家看电视机啦。Old people watch TV, then got people to do line dance 啊，跳舞啊 ，hate the dance, stupid. Do break dance lah, do line dance. But old people cannot do break dance, sorry. Okay, so they got cooking class, correct? Got music class, got 心算、珠算，什么算都有。Got tuition center. So this is how they create leisure time for people. And then the best, Ethan, look here, look at uncle. No, in the car park, we got no money to go and watch TV, no. So this van will come to the car park, and switch off the lights there. Then they'll have a big cloth, 很大块的布, Then they'll put a projector, and show us a movie. Jaws. Wow, we will take a newspaper and our 拖鞋放在我们家里面的屁股坐在地上，哇，洗耳动听的看着那个 movie for 2 hours. Then we go home. This is how we enjoy life when we were childhood. Seriously. Then we go shopping also. Wow, Singapore that time got not many shopping center. Very pathetic one. 很无聊的时代。Now you see so many shopping centers, so many cinema. You go cinema now, you don't feel like going cinema. You can buy one Epson projector, $6,000, and project your wall at home and watch. And then you can form a room in the karaoke room like my friends like that. Soundproof. Can sing karaoke song at home. Wow, this is the new generation's social welfare. Okay, for me, I will choose out of these 3 points, you only got 80 words. Sorry, I start first. I will choose industrialization to support Hitler's view. Okay, why? Because without industrializations, you will not have the best weapons, you don't have the best machineries or whatever it is to run the whole entire war program. With industrialization, you can help to sell some of your products and your goods and services to other countries or to create jobs, employment. Okay, Ethan, your turn. Economy important, industrialization or social welfare? Back to you, Xingchen later. Ethan.
Where are we?
No, we finished already, my dear. We finished. So now, wait. So, okay, oh my God, sorry. Wait, I'm too excited. Because I used to do this type. Why cannot? Hey, I'm very OCD. Sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, so 1 is economic. Okay, 2 is industrialization, and 3 is social welfare. So which one do you think? I choose number 2 to support Harvey's argument to say yes, Hitler is a good leadership.
I choose number 2.
Same with me, It's my industrialization. Why, may I ask?
Because I feel that with better industrialization means that there will be better jobs. And like there will be more jobs, and like so like people won't go hungry. And then also since there's more jobs, there's more which one did I pick? Did I pick economic or industrialization?
It's okay. For me, I choose industrialization because
there's more jobs, and then if it's more modern, like there's new technology, there's more technology, and then also with industrialization, everything will be relatively cheaper.
Okay.
Because
I garner your support. Okay. Any more?
So if everything is cheaper, then
because it's a mass production.
Because it's a mass production and not one by one anymore. So then people will live better lives in general.
Thank you. Okay. Any more? That's all. Okay. Xingchen, what is your take? 1, 2, 3. You support economic, industrial, or social welfare to say Hitler is a good leader?
Industrial.
Also, why?
Social isn't that important, and economic is reliant on industrialization.
Wow, listen, Hooray. Economy is reliance on industrialization. What solid answer. 我跟你讲，下个礼拜你 take over 我啦，星辰。OK， 我不要叫了，不要，没有面子。哎，全部给你拿去那些字。OK，what else do you want? What else?
That's all.
That's all. Okay, let me add on. Thank you, Singsan. Let me add on. You see, imagine, Ethan, you give me some idea again. Imagine this company. Imagine Lee Kuan Yew. We use Lee Kuan Yew. They allowed, let's say, BMW to manufacture their cars in Singapore, right? So 它是不是要 manufacture tire? 它需要 rubber, 对吗？它需要 engine, 对吗？它需要 a lot of products, right? So they'll create SME, small medium enterprise. So there will be small company in to incorporate with a BMW company. So for example, if I want to produce, make handbag, like what you say, mass production, right? Making handbag, I need people to do the sewing. I need thread, 我希望那个线，对吗？ I need maybe some certain rubbers. I need the zip, the bag to have a zip, right? So I cannot produce everything. So I have to get some from the other company. I get this company, I get that company. So end up to manufacture a bag. This is globalization in chapter issue 3. Our things, Ethan, 你不见了。Industrialization, globalization. So 这个整个一个飞机for example, if I want to manufacturing an aeroplane, I will get certain parts from here, for made in China, made in Brazil, made in Hong Kong, made in Indonesia, made in Africa. So everyone will come in to play a part. So everyone will start a small company in Singapore. Why? To assemble the whole entire A380 aeroplane, the Singapore airline. So Hitler is the same. So when he create he want to make manufacturing a tank. So he need a track. All right. So you get this company to specialize in tracks, like what you say, technology, mass production, cheaper. Then he decided to make the gunpowder. You get another company. You want to make the barrel of the gun of the tank. You get another specialized. Correct? 对吗，医生? So all in all, 他们就是everyone's coordinate. So yes, the three of us. Thank you, Yi Chen, Xing Chen. We choose industrialization. Now let's hear from the author point of view. Hooray! In your opinion, which one will you choose for your 80 words?
No, this one is not 80 words.
This is not 80 words.
It's at least you must write 80 words. It's not at most.
You say at least, man?
Yeah.
Oh, we must be at least 80 words. Oh, that means
So
can be more than 80 words.
above can, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I see wrongly. I thought must be at least. 不能少过80个字. Okay, but let's say since let's say I thought mistaken. But out of these three, which one will you choose? Do you think that give Hitler the age to become the rise of power, to be a good leader? In your opinion?
I think the social also quite important.
So you have to choose one, let's say. You have to choose
social.
one. You choose social. May I ask why? Xing Chen and Yi Chen, how they choose social welfare? Why is it so?
Because for him to be like a good leader, he must gain the support of its people first. So he must like care for their welfare, whether they are living good or not, their standard of living is good or not. If like the standard of living is very poor, then he only focus on the country's economy, but it doesn't like put the money to help his people. Then the people will like not support him, and then he will lose support and not be a leader anymore.
You remind me of comparison with Stalin. Stalin very bad. He never take care of the welfare of the workers. and torture them, and end up a lot of people die because of hunger and strikes. Yeah, you're right, no? You're right, okay. It's good to, if you see, just like in the war, if you do not take care of your soldier welfare and their hunger, their whatever it is, then they may not want to die for you and fight for you, which is very, very true. Without that, I tell you, sorry, good luck to you. Nobody will want to fight for you. Well done, okay. So, hooray. I think if you are written like that, please paragraph it nicely. Okay, Ken? You need to paragraph, you cannot be one chunk like that. Okay, in my opinion. Since you got 3 points, you put that first paragraph here, then maybe where's your secondly? Secondly here, then you put another paragraph like that. So to draw a line different, then lastly, where's your lastly? Where is your lastly? I can't find your lastly. Can you help me? Where is it? I'm sorry, I'm OCD. I need to find one. If I cannot find, I very get irritated. Where is it? There, here. Oh, okay, cannot move. Okay. I think I sent to you already. You can take a look. In fact, I think this afternoon I went through it. Okay, I already downloaded last 2 days, I think, but only recently, just today. Okay, so I'm going to close this off. Any question, Hooray? Before I move to CMC? No? Hooray, any question?
No.
No, okay, thank you. Okay, let's go to this. Okay. CMC, Ethan, are you ready? It's all yours. Good. Who is this guy? Ethan is going to say, don't tell me, Uncle Raymond, another of your cousin, right? Yeah. My cousin. 我视蔼为兄弟，你不懂吗？在家靠父母，在外靠朋友，这些都是我兄弟。Who is this guy? 星辰。Don't know. Hooray. Who is this guy?
Easy, like American president.
Which one? The name, please. Yes, he is a president. He was one of the youngest president, and he was being assassinated during a run through, walking through, pass by of some ceremony. Any idea? No? Ethan? Take note, Ethan.
I can't remember his full name.
John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
Yes, okay.
No, he's Kennedy. I cannot remember the full name.
Yeah. There's this Kennedy's space shuttle research on him, named after him, because he's the one who started the Star War, who want to have this with the Soviet Union. So US has discovered Soviet nuclear missile in Cuba, and the US president announced that he would send its ships to turn back any Soviet ship that approached Cuba. That's not possible, So in case they would bring nuclear missile past to Cuba, there was a real fear that in response, the Soviet would launch the nuclear missile on US. Because they want to have an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, because thank you lah. You put all the missile at Turkey to face at Moscow. So now my turn. I'm going to put missile at Cuba and attack you. Ethan, I want to see your head there, because I'm OCD. If I don't see anyone, at least see your head knocking. So this is the effect. Why the Cold War spread to Cuba? Because they worried this effect, like this is the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, look here. It's something, Cuba is here. You can see moving it. Cuba is here. This is about 25 to 50 or 225 kilometers or 50 kilometers away from Florida. Okay, Florida is where the Disneyland was first started here. Then later you got Disneyland in Tokyo, in Shanghai, right? Is there a Disneyland in Shanghai? Anyone? Xingzhan? Do you know there's a Disneyland in Shanghai?
Yes, there is a Disneyland.
There is, Then in Paris also, right? So this is the one. Okay, there's this part here is a Bermuda Triangle. You know it's a Bermuda Triangle, how Ray and Xingchen? You know it's a Bermuda Triangle? You go in, you go to another dimension. You don't know where is it. It's like traveling to a time machine. Okay, so this is part here. There, this is Cuba. You see right here. Okay. Oh, 150 kilometers. Sorry, not very far away. It's quite far. It's still quite far. Not very far, but still quite far. Quite near also. Okay, let's go. Ready? Pay attention. I don't repeat one. How would you have handled the beginning of the Cuban Missile Crisis? I don't know you all went through this before. No? Ready? Remember that the fate of the US and in fact the whole world depends upon your decision making. Ethan, you are now the president of the United States for one day, even though I know we all don't like US for the time being, but you still have to pay as the president of the United States of America. Yes, Mr. President, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Wow, I like the way you're from. Yes. Okay. Hao Rui and Xingchen will also play along. So you guys will be acting like a bad guy. So am I. So Yichen will be a good guy. Okay, this one you know. Event 1, ready? Xingchen, wait.
1959, the island of Cuba, which previously was run by an anti-communist government that was friendly to the USA.
Excuse me. How do you pronounce A-N-T-I?
Anti.
No, it's anti. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Anti-communist government.
Yeah, I know it's nothing wrong to pronounce anti, but if you do this in oral to pronounce anti, you sayonara. Cannot, okay? It's not your fault.
Anti-communist government that was friendly to the USA has been taken over by communist rebels led by Fidel Castro.
Okay, you know, write down, it's ready? Do you A, declare war on Cuba, or B, wait to see what Castro does as the new leader of Cuba, or what?
Is there only 2 choices?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do B.
B, okay. Please write down your marks later.
I'll observe first.
Okay, wait, I give you another information.
Need to record down.
No need. You want to also can. If you want, you can do it, record down, if you want. So, Hao Rui, will you do A or B?
B.
B. How about you, Xingchen? Will you attack
B.
or just 守株待兔? Wait and see. Okay, anti-communist there. Okay, was run by an anti-communist now, gone already there. Then taken by Fidel Castro is a communist there. 打了啦，还等什么？对不对？你也是选 B Xingchen?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. This is the information. Ready? If you choose A, it's 0. If you choose B, well done. Xingchen, Yichen, Hao Rui, Mr. President, sir, you just earned yourself 5 points. Thank you, Mr. President. The better decision at this stage, you never know if Castro might want to continue Cuba good relationship, 对吧? This is something like doing business, Yichen. Imagine you're doing business with this guy, okay? Let's say you do business with the father. Then suddenly the father not die, retired already or die. Then the son took over. And you know you do not have a good relationship with the son. But that doesn't mean you're going to stop the business with the son, correct now? Correct now. You have maybe the son decided to put away, let bygone be bygone, and then you continue to have foster better relationship with you. But usually very hard. Let's see. What did America do? Ready? Write down. They wait to see what Castro would do as a new leader of Cuba. That is the beginning before the CMC. Xingchen and Hao Rui, if you don't want to copy, it's fine because this topic may not be relevant to you at this point of time, but it's good to play along with these games. Ready? Yichen? Sorry, I should not call you Ethan. Mr. President, are you ready for the next mission? Mr. President, I did not get your affirmation, sir. Wow, this president 很好练，不要跟我讲话的。Mr. President, sir, can I continue, sir? I can't hear you, sir. Sir, can you reply, sir? Negative, sir. Affirmative or negative, sir? I can't hear you, sir. Sir, I'm moving away, sir. Sir, bloody hell. Can you answer me now? I can't hear you, of course. That's right. Okay, something wrong with your handphone. I really can't hear you. Okay, never mind. I'll move on. Okay, just show me a thumbs up, okay? I really cannot hear you. Xingchen?
Hello. Can you hear?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Okay. Xingchen? Xingchen, can you read to the class, please?
1960. Castro's new communist government has taken over all American property in Cuba. It kicks all American companies out of Cuba and also expels Cubans who support the USA, capitalism, or democracy.
Wow, very bad, Mr. President. Just now I asked you to attack, you don't want. Now you see, they took all my American property. Okay, how Ray you can rest because just now you read a lot already. Okay, so you just play along whether you choose A, B, C later. Wow, very bad. No, just now I asked you attack. So how, Mr. President? What will you do? Do you? Or so you got 3 choice. Or 4 choice. And give you the hints. Okay, so this is an extra information, Mr. President. A, B, C, D, which one will you choose? How Ray and Xingchen? Retaliate by refusing to buy goods from, who says C? Mr. President, did you choose C? Yes, sir, Mr. President, we'll take note. How about you, How Ray? A, B, C, D?
C.
C. Xingchen?
A.
Mr. Vice President. Xingchen, you just promoted to be the Vice President. How Ray was promoted to the Defense Secretary. So if Mr. President, you decided to attack Cuba, How Ray will ask the general to attack already. So Mr. Vice President, you get ready to go to United Nations and talk to the rest. Okay, C, also just C ready. Go, 1, 2, go. 2 points. This might be a good choice if Cuba never becomes a big problem. However, the US public won't be impressed at your laid-back attitude to raise, okay? B, 2 points. The United Nations will probably launch an investigation. This could take a long time to solve the problem. C, wow, Mr. President, you got 5 points. The best option, economic punishment are seen as a peaceful way of solving a problem. So you solve it in a very peaceful way. Cuba economy is heavily dependent on you, so may well reverse their decision to carry out American businesses. D is a 0 point. This could well start a nuclear war if Russia comes in. Okay, well done. So what did America do? Right now, this is the answer. The USA banned the imports of Cuban sugars and stopped selling American goods such as oil to Cubans. But you know, no, actually Cuban has the best cigar in the world. Best cigar in the world. Okay, Uncle Raymond has smoked all kinds of cigarettes except cigar. One day before I die, I really want to taste how cigar like. Sorry, I'm not teaching you how to smoke. Please, this is my dream to come true. 我要 fulfill the dream. Okay, Mr. President, may I move on, sir? Now you can talk, right, Mr. President?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President, sir. Event 3, ready? 宝贝，到你读了。Mr. Vice President, sir. Can you read, sir? Hello, Mr. Vice President, the one with the California t-shirt. Mr. Vice President Xingchen.
1960. Castro asks the USSR to buy Cuban sugar. The USSR agrees and also promises to sell oil to Cuba.
Wow, Mr. President, 完蛋了. You see, now he don't buy oil for me, never mind. Don't get sugar for me, never mind. He look for a biggest partnership, like Mr. President. Do you? Look at the answer. Huh? Think carefully before you tell me the answer. Huh? Hao Rui, Xing Chen, and Yi Chen, what is your best answer?
Does D imply assassination?
Why you always think answer like that? Why you always you think you play COD Call of Duty or what, Veteran or what game? Just now that time you show me that game you play. I cannot tell you first, Mr. Vice President.
I think I remember like a lot of assassination attempts on Castro.
Yeah, all done by you, Mr. Vice President. You are the one, very bad, So you're going to choose D, right, Mr. Vice President, sir? The way you talk like that, it seems like you're going to ask for CIA. Well, you think what? This is a James Bond movie, Dun, 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 huh? Mr.
Probably
James.
B.
Huh?
B.
You choose B, B for boy, lah. Okay, thank you, sir. How Rui?
C.
Thank you, sir. Mr. President, sir, what is your answer, sir?
Oh, I would choose C.
Give me a minute. You choose C also. Huh? Give me a minute. Get ready. Okay, sorry. I'm going to get something first. Okay, so choose C. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. A, 2 points. It could improve relationship, but it's unlikely to work now that Castro is getting everything he needs from those. Hey, I'm not interested in you. USA, get lost. Okay. Okay. So B, 2 points. This might work, but Castro is desperate to gain the upper hand. 哇，难得有一个人so near to USA 我 definitely 用它来做一个挡箭牌。I will use this as one of my this pawns to get ready to get near to USA. C, Mr. President. Mr. Vice President, you just say your president 5 points. That's why. You see, sometimes your answer is weird. I cannot tell you immediately just now, right? I cannot say you're right. So, you see, Mr. President, Mr. President, the whole US has to go to war because of you. You declare a nuclear war. You are right, Xing Chen. In fact, because of this, probably the best options. You are right. They said.
Sure, but I can declare, right? But I don't start a war yet, right?
I'm sorry, huh? You declare you don't start a war?
No, as
you
in,
declare means you declare means start a war, like 你在讲什么?
No, as in like I.
You say 你讲话都I吞吞吐吐了.
We will not
Mr. President.
tolerate.
No, you declare means you declare already.
Oh.
君子一言 4 horses cannot catch you. 听过这句话吗？君子一言驷马难追嘛 4 horses cannot catch you. Literally, I'm not wrong, right? Legit, right? So, Xing Chen, well done. You can't title James Bond movie. Hey, thanks to your vice president who saved you 5 marks. Okay, so this is true because at the end of the day, they really send spy to check through, and they get this. Remember, Mr. President, 不要这样嘞，过来，Mr.
What
President.
does CIA stand
for? What does CIA stand for? Central what? Agent. What is the CIA stand for? I forgot. A stand for agent. I for international, commercial something or international agents. I got to go and search. I really forgot about this. So A, I know is an agent. It says like FBI, okay, Federal Bureau of Investigation. KGB is from Russia. KGB is actually K stand for the K for communist. KGG, I can't remember what. It's also another spies, SPY, 间谍 in Russia. Well done, Mr. Vice President Sington. He really asked the CIA to infiltrate, to penetrate, to do sabotage, to drop their spies, to go Cuba, even swim all the way there. I know, Ethan, when I was in NS, Ethan, I met the Green Beret from the US Army who came to Singapore and training with us. And there are a few of their comrades, 他们的同志同胞, when they do a parachute jump in the US, in the Cuba, their parachutes did not open and end up they killed instantly when they dropped onto the ground. Okay, it was not being mentioned at that time because this is supposed to be a secret mission impossible. Very sad. Event 4, are you ready, Mr. President?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Answer your question already? Ethan. Central Intelligence Agency. Okay, Central Intelligence Agency, okay? Mr. Vice President? Can you read, Mr. Vice President?
1960. The CIA offers you an invasion plan to kick Castro and communism out of Cuba.
Okay, now, Mr. President, 你跟我听好好好，不要再做错误了啊。Now the CIA came back, told you that, sir, confirm, sir, that Cuba really got missile already. Confirm they are anytime can launch the missile and hit Florida and certain parts of USA soil. Confirm they are preparing and ready to have a war with us with the help of the USSR. Do you reject the idea or invade or see? Extra information. This is a very important decision, Mr. President. Please do not make a blunder for this time. The Defense Secretary, please, Mr. Howard, you also make your choice. You also have to give advice to Mr. President and Vice President, your turn.
I'll choose B.
You choose B, Ethan. Mr. Defense Secretary, Howard.
B.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vice President, sir.
C.
哇，你真的光明正大，用 C ？confirm ？confirm 哇，Ethan 你的 Vice President 玩 COD 太多了，还有 Veron 太多了。Ladies and gentlemen, let's see the score. Ta-da. This time, Vice President, you are wrong. Okay, let's go back to the questions. Reject the idea in case it's anger. You see? So it's still wait and see. You see, if you choose A, that's the best. Wait and see. Mr. President, you choose B, right? You got 2 points. Write down your point. This could work. By using this one, it will look like a civil war rather than a war between USA and Cuba. Wow. Mr. President, 你借刀杀人啊。哇，这步棋走得很好。孙子兵法36计走为上计。哇 ，Mr. President， 你到底是中国人还是美国人？Okay, just kidding. Okay. Yes.
If I had a choice, right? I wouldn't choose any of the three.
You don't choose any of the three.
I would what I would do is that I would like aim missiles, right, at USSR, the 老家, like at USSR.
Yeah, that's what you do. What you put your missile at Turkey there, 嘛，对吗？ But 可是你不可以做，你 send 他去他的老家，可是他们也是可以 attack 其他的国家在 Europe, because not all Europe against you, for you 嘞。
No, but it's like
against you.
It's like 围魏救赵, cause it's like if I'm attacking your hometown, right?
哇，这句话讲得很好，围魏救赵。Yeah, so carry on.
If I'm attacking your hometown, right, then like, because maybe you need to, if you want to attack the rest of Europe, you might need to devote army into the Europe area. Then it will be
他们已经
easy.
devote 了，他们有 Yugoslavia,
So it will
Czechoslovakia.
be easy to like invade the back end.
No, 不可能，因为他打的话，其他那些澳洲国家 Europe country may not support USA to bash the button and send the missile to Russia. No way. Trust me. The NATO NATO versus the Warsaw Pact, that one, they will not just allow you. They only 是坐地什么按兵不动。Seriously, they are just waiting game, to be honest. Okay, this is a different situation now. Because if they were face to face, it's going to be a big casualty. You have to understand, Ethan, the communists, the Cold War not only appear in Europe, my dear, they also appear in Southeast Asia. At that time in the 60s, Singapore also fighting with the communists. That's why Lee Kuan Yew was fighting against the Communist Party also. But most of the Communist parties come from China. So it's like, 真的是左右为难. Because at that time, Singapore Communist Party want to overthrow the British government, which is good. But at the same time, there's a group of party also want to throw the British government away, but they are not supportive of the communist ruling party. They are more to the capitalists like the American. So 是三角战，很复杂，you see. 我们不只是单单只是 solve 那个打你的老家的问题，真的，因为你看啊，在中国那个七国跟三国演义跟那个那些孙子兵法的战略啊。You see 啊，你在打，你听过这句话吗？螳螂捕蝉，黄雀在后。哦，你听过这句话对吗？一直。So what did they do? They actually Russia, because US the other half of the earth the USSR also can send missiles to Alaska, which is the other USA. You see? So you have to know your geography well. Because this question was debated with my ex-student last time before. Just wait lah, Mr. Sean, walao eh. Why you care? 整天等到几时？等到头也长了，变成那个 ostrich whack lah. I still can remember my student was telling me. It's not that, you see. Because of this, later on you will see the because of the Korean War, my dear. You get me now? Because they don't want that kind of Korean War to happen, you know. Why should I fight for these unnecessary things? You get me now? US is there is just to delay tactics. Oh. So you're not wrong, but because 已经定好局面了, this is the fact of life. You cannot change because we want to learn this, because whatever we do, we have to make sure that it will not happen like the Cold War in the Korean War. You know why, Ethan? Because you haven't studied the Vietnam War. After this Cuban Missile Crisis, the Vietnam War, US just went in to just do everything and end up, you know, we all know that US lost the Vietnam War very, very badly. I'm telling you, it's super bad. Any question to say, Mr. President? Okay, there's your answer. Both Mr. Vice President, stop shaking your head. I'm very blurry already. Thank you. Both Mr. Vice President and the President, you did a good job. How Ray also choose B. So yes, it's true that you use the Cuban exiles, 那些所谓的走狗不是走狗 sorry, 不是叛徒了. Those people were anti-Castro. Okay, they went to the Bay of Pigs, okay, in April to fight, but unfortunately the invasion was a disaster. Okay, it was easily defeated. That means these exile, these people who are 被踢出来 considered as 叛徒 they did not have a well-trained experience to fight with the Castro army, who are well-trained, who are much more better than, not saying necessarily well-equipped. What is Xingchen? What you just now you choose C, right? Correct. Ethan, you want you can copy or take a pictures. Give me a minute. Just now Xingchen, you're choosing C, right? Okay, I think it's a good thing. In fact, they use C to attack the Cuba. You're right, Xingchen. Yeah, absolutely right. By right, I should give 5 marks for this. But this is a real history world, okay, where we are talking about. Okay?
Wasn't there an assassination attempt on Castro prior to Bay of
Yes,
Pigs?
It failed. That's why it failed. You're right. Okay, thank you, Xingchen. Not one attempt. There's a few, so they are well guarded for certain conditions, but it's not really mentioned in the textbook. Okay, Mr. President, are you ready for event 5? I need your order to say yes before I can proceed.
Yes.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Vice President, sir. Mr. Vice President paying COD, don't want to read.
Castro asked Khrushchev for help to defend Cuba in case of another US attack. Khrushchev agrees to supply arms to Cuba, which could include both conventional and nuclear arms.
Wow, Mr. President. Look at it. This is what the CIA came back. Do you declare war or order American spy plane to fly over Cuban missile regular and check, or send Khrushchev a letter saying that you will remove your missile from Turkey as long as he promised not to put the missile on this? Which one do you think is the best choice? So, 一晨just now 我们讲来讲去argue 来 argue 去 about Turkey and all these things. I'm giving you a hint. Okay, Mr. Hao Rui, Defense Minister, and Xingchen, the Vice President, please give me your answer now.
I choose C.
Yes, sir. Wow, very firm. Wow, angry already. President angry already. Cannot take it anymore. Okay, Mr. Vice President and our dear friend.
B.
Huh? You choose B, Vice President?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Defense Secretary?
B.
B, both of you choose B. President, your two right hand men disagree with you, leh. How? Are you going to fire them? Okay, ready? 哇，来了，紧张许可。Choose A is sayonara, gone case. Hey, still got 5, Mr. President. Now it's only 2 marks and 5 marks. Are you ready? Oh my gosh, Mr. President. Mr. President. 为什么你会选 C？ 你为什么不要听你的 Vice President and Defense Secretary？ Cool down, Mr. President. In fact, they started sending spy planes. That's what already Xingchen already said. Not only spy plane, also attempt to assassinate Castro. And Kennedy warned the USSR that he would prevent them by whatever means. Okay, but at the end of the day, however, unfortunately, the American spy plane took amazing details of photo of missile sites in Cuba. Okay. So, ready? Are you copying down? Ethan? Done ready? Mr. President, can I review your score now?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. The rest of you will play along. Just see how many marks. Are you better than the president? Or what? Okay. What is your score, Harry? What is the score, Xingchen? And what is the score, Ethan?
I forgot to count.
But most of the time you got 5 marks, right? Okay, never mind.
Should be around 16 to 20.
Okay. With a bit more self-control and careful thinking, the world may be just make it out of this mess and scarf with you in charge of the USA. Well done, Mr. Vice President. You can go for the next election now. After the president stepped down. Ethan, Mr. President, how many marks? How many marks?
14.
Huh? You got 14,
Yeah.
Okay,
I never count. I think
roughly?
16 to 20.
Okay. So, Mr. President, total destruction may not be guaranteed with you in charge of the USA, but you may want to consider a career change. Unless you don't mind potentially being responsible for the loss of millions of innocent lives. Mr. President, take it easy. Okay. I honestly speaking, so far I played this game, nobody got 21 or to 25 points. Okay. So next year, the two of you are set for enjoying my class. If I came up this one, the two of you just keep quiet now. Xing Chen and Hao Rui. Okay, you don't just say anything unless there's some changes of things. Okay, Yi-Chen, can I continue?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Now I call Yi-Chen. No more president already. Game over. Okay, thank you. Hey, but honestly, joke aside, how do you find this? Will it give you a better idea, Yi-Chen?
Sorry?
Will you give 这样的玩法，这种游戏这样来解释那个 CMC 你觉得这样比较容易，比较轻松，好，会学到东西吗？有没有学到东西
Yes, I think so.
Is it better? Is it better for you to learn something from there? Yeah? I beg your pardon, sir? Yes, Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How far was the USA to blame for the spreading of Cold War tension to Cuba? So these are the 3 flags. You must take note. Okay, so never mind summing up. Okay, let me explain to you first. The CMC was one of the major incidents that took place as part of the Cold War tensions. It only lasts about 13 days. Okay, 13 days. Okay, a series of events took place that led to the crisis, and it will make up the Cold War and to turn it hot. Hot means it's become a major topic that everyone was worried that they will create World War III because they are so near to USA soil. No one is so near until that CMC Cuba was near enough to start World War III, not during the World War II as per se. Okay. Okay, this one, never mind. This is my homework for the students. So let's go through. Let's share screen. Okay, so we know this is Cuba. Somewhere the Bay of Peace is around somewhere here, I think. Yeah. Was it here? Somewhere here, somewhere here. So this is, you see, this is a mission. Havana is the capital of, right down Bay of Peace, so I was quite right, somewhere here. So Bay of Peace is somewhere here. Okay, right down Havana is the capital of Cuba. Okay, there's the Bay of Peace here. So the US came down here to sabotage, but unfortunately they failed because this is the missile they're pointing towards USA. Okay, this is Guantanamo Bay, which is also in Cuba. Actually, it's a very big island. You look at it, but it's very prone to tsunami and typhoon and hurricane spread. Okay, so quite dangerous staying in that kind of place. So this is the nautical miles, is how the missile can go and spread all the way as far as it can be so far away. So of course, the US are very worried for this kind of threats. Okay. Xing Chen, any questions? Well, I want to open another file for you.
Can I go to drink some water?
Okay, thank you. Okay. How about Ray? Got any questions?
No.
Okay, now back to you, Ethan. Ethan, any questions? Sorry, I'm looking at the file, so I can't see your face.
No.
No. So which part of the Cuban Missile you're not clear?
I'm basically clear.
Basically all. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Okay, let's go through this one here. Please take note of all these things here. The keywords are Batista, Fidel Castro, Bay of Pigs, Sugars, US U-2 spy plane, and Khrushchev. John F. Kennedy, rich Democrat of Irish Americans descent, big supporter of civil rights for the Black community, wanted to improve education by training more teachers, improving classroom, and ending segregation in school and university. He aimed to have a man on the moon. So now you know the John F. Kennedy Space Rocket Research. It's named after the Space Kennedy building is named after him. And it's true, it makes. In 1969, Louis Armstrong settled on the moon. Okay. He continued the policy of communists right down. So John F. Kennedy is the first president later on after he was assassinated. Okay. John F. Kennedy, remember this guy? Right. Ethan, you stop me, you're not sure how. Okay. Because this part is quite dry. You need to know. Okay. The American people wanted and expect the president to be a tough of communism. So actually, after the Korean War, okay, they break for nearly about coming to 8 years. And now during the 1960s, the Americans has developed a very supersonic aircraft, and they think that they are able to ready to fight against the communists. But at the same time, the Russians also not losing out from the military war games. Military war, what they call the military advanced technologies in what they are supposed to achieve to make sure that the communist bloc in Eastern Europe will be taken care of. This military arm race is also carried out later on to bring up in the greatest test in 1962, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay, this is the part here. You see, you can very near the US. Now, Ethan, if you say Turkey is here, okay, you want to fly the missile over here in Moscow, Stalin and Lenin. Yes, true enough. But the Russia, you see this part here, you see my palm here. How come it's not moving? Why it's not moving? I keep moving. No wonder I see my tab. You did not see the map. Okay, so this is the one here. He aimed to have a man on the moon. Okay, this is just a background. So he only lasts for only 3 years, 2 years or 3 years. Then he was assassinated. So he went through the CMC, okay, 1962. So this is Cuba missile. Sorry, it's Cuba. And Ethan, if you say Turkey here, attack here, but you see this part also Russia, no? Okay. They also can, of course, it's too cold to plant anything missile here, but they can send troops here and go all the way to attack USA here. Now you get it? So it's not worthwhile to do the attack from here. You see, this corridor of Russia is very close to the corridor of Alaska here. You agree, Xingchen? See, very near? How Ray? Huh? Okay, take note of that. You see, it's very near to each other. So the expansion of communism, this is how big it expands. You see? So if this is Turkey is somewhere here, Turkey is somewhere here, this part here, you can see my mouse here. To attack here, this communist country will continue to attack Turkey. You see? Turkey only just used the land to put the missile for US in case the Russians start the first move to attack. So just look at it. Then Turkey is here, my dear. Ethan. You see, that's all the communists. And this is Greece. Turkey will not become a communist country because they are a Muslim country. Greece will also never want to turn to communist because of their background of their religions and historical values. They don't want. They are very, this is where the Hercules, what they call the mythologies about the ancient god, the Zeus, the Medusa, where the head got a lot of snakes, that kind of story, right? Xingzhen, you know what is mythology, right? 那种传说神话的故事 Hercules.
I think Hercules is a Roman name.
No, it's somewhere here. It's also spread through because it's nearby. It's a Mediterranean Sea here. You can Google it, check for me. I think Hercules is from Greece. Okay, right? So you see the blue colors are all the west, the eastern bloc. No, I think it's wrong color. This is wrong color. This is wrong. Okay, something wrong with color. This one should be the western, and this one will be the eastern. Okay. So it's 150 to 160 kilometers. A lot of land industry, you see, industry in Cuba was owned by Americans. But after the Bastista, okay, was overthrown by this fella, that means no more dictatorship, right? No more. So the whole country Cuba become communist. And you see, Americans stopped trading because Cuba has a big land, big piece of land. Is it there? No, don't have. A big piece of land to plant all the sugars. And funny, US is so big, they also can plant sugar. Why still want to get from Cuba? Maybe it's cheaper. Okay, how communists work? Why was the US concerned about that? You see how big this chunk is. China also, and here. So now they start to spread. You see all these countries. You see in Asia, Vietnam also, and this part here. I think it's Saudi Arabia side already. No, Saudi Arabia is here. Spread down, further down to the Eastern Asian here. The Ukraine side, I think, yes. And then the Africa country. So it's very scary, you see. The Bay of Pigs. Think now of Bay of Pigs, each other. There will be an SVQ come out about Bay of Pigs and how this Bay of Pigs was being prevented from further war attack. So the invasion fear, and it was a huge embarrassment for Kennedy. And because of this attack, Castro went to United Nations and complained. Hello, excuse me. Why US attacked me? I didn't do anything wrong, no? Okay, I just put my missile there, nothing wrong. I didn't do anything. What's wrong? Why you attack me? What rights do you have? You're against your Geneva Convention, no? It's just like my house outside put camera, put 2 German Shepherd dog. Doesn't mean I'm going to get my dog out and go and bite you. But why you come to my house and poison my dog? You know what I mean? That kind of effect. So how? Of course, the judge will give the rights to the person with the German dog. Right? I didn't do anything wrong. You come to my house and kill my 2 dogs. This is wrong. What? So they told the United Nations, Castro. But our dear friend Kennedy said, no, because I'm worried the missile is pointing at us. Unless you tell me the missile take away, then I will move out. I will not disturb you. So Khrushchev started to move away the missile. And now Cuba was like left in the lurch. 我需要你的时候你跑掉 too much. So this is our U-2 spy plane. So this is a real picture. Yeah, Xingchen, at that time in 1960, confirmed they got printer already. They got not color printer, but a printer like that to print out the missile trail vehicles. You see, this is from a satellite, or not really satellite, sorry, no more satellite, from this plane here, with a very strong, good camera to take pictures of this. Not easy, yeah. They had to blow about how many 100 times to see the pictures in that details. Okay, so you see the missile here are pointing to Miami, to New Orleans, to Dallas, Denver, Chicago, Salt Lake. You see, the missile can go all the way, nearly more than half of US. So it's nothing wrong. Say approaching Soviet ship coming in. And then this is a ship to prevent, there's a US to prevent from them sending the missile. So it's 1,000 miles away.
I remember that the White Rose handouts were all mostly text.
Mostly text. Yeah. The one how
There
Ray
was
did that.
like little to no images.
So you're asking how Ray to put a few more images there lah.
No, like usually there's no images in the White Rose posters.
You went to Google it lah.
Yeah.
Then you send and you send here lah. Get the link and give it to Ray lor. Thank you so much. Send to the group lah. Go to the chat group and send to the link to Ray. Okay. Ray say thank you to Xing Chen. Wow.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Xing Chen, can you WhatsApp this to me also? Send to my WhatsApp group, okay? To my WhatsApp. Okay, take note, Yitan. Khrushchev is leader of USA, Castro in Cuba, take note. And then Turkey and Italy, the US has placed 7 nuclear weapons in Turkey and Italy, and the USS felt that by placing the similar weapon in Cuba, they were doing no worse than the American. So it's an I for the I, 2 for the 2. Ya, Huan Ya. Okay. Harry got all the link already?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can use the links. I haven't seen what is the link all about. Okay, let's see one of them, what they say. Oh, okay, I saw it. Oh, it's all about text. They're writing some things, sending messages. Okay. Hey, they got these leaflets, They got the White Rose leaflet. All the words. Oh, they are sending words. Okay, I mean they let people read correct Xing Chen. That's what you're saying, right? They are sending leaflet, but never mind. We can add how Ray, you can just copy some of them from the link that Xing Chen has sent, and then maybe add a few caricatures inside. Okay, it's okay. Never mind. This is just for practices, but in real life, it's not. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I will stop here. Okay, it's quite late for you all. Sorry. Ethan, so far, are you clear with the Cuban Missile? I will continue next lesson for you. Okay, with SPQ. And there's one very interesting article. You cannot miss it for next lesson. Confirm. That one came out in O level. And that questions people can't really answer, but it's very good. Another good article to read and analyze and debate on. Okay, so let me stop recording.